sound like I am from Australia. Morning everyone, it is a Saturday morning and I have got into the shed nice and early, which is one of my favourite things to do, just to be able to have a little bit of peace before the fun of the day comes. Saturdays are by far one of the busiest days of the week and we have lots of lessons on. It's probably the most common day that I vlog because there is so much going on, but also I feel like I end up missing so much of what's happening because they're such busy days. That makes sense. But I thought today would be fun to do something a bit different. I thought it would just be really fun to show how we structure our classes and how we, kind of run our lessons, but a little bit more in depth. I know I've given like a bit of a glimpse into what our classes look like and how we run them, but actually I get so many questions about how we plan our classes, how we decide what we're going to do for them, how we make sure that there's enough stuff in each class to fill the hour or that there's not too much, and how do we work out timings and things like that. So actually I thought I could do a proper in-depth video showing you a lesson but like showing you each part of the lesson and how we plan them and structure them and how we change it for different age groups. So we have over 150 students that come here a week, which is mad and just incredible. It truly is amazing, but so many kids come every week, and that's not including like parties and workshops, things like that. This is just for our lessons, so our weekly lessons, and we as a team we plan our classes together. So we have Thursday morning meetings every single week, and on those Thursdays we'll have like different things on the agenda, but one of the things that we'll talk about fairly regularly, it's probably like a monthly thing, is we will talk about our lessons, and we will plan and look kind of a deeper look at lessons and what we want to do in the following term. So we like to plan really far ahead, because what we have started doing as well, which is great, but it just means you have to be even more planned in advance, is we make promos for everything, because from our experience, students, so many of them are such visual learners and such visual, it just really helps them to understand the project, especially if it's something a little bit more I don't want to say complicated, but more elements to it. Having a visual idea for them is so helpful, and it really does kind of spark how their imagination and get them going. And sorry, Ollie's just getting stuff downstairs. I don't even know if you can hear that. Just setting up for the day. But so we like to plan as a team, and we'll get all our ideas together, and then it's just nice to like bounce ideas off each other and then break it down week by week. And often we'll do it over a couple of weeks. So I'll say, right guys, next week I want ideas. I want everyone to bring 3 ideas for each age group, and we'll kind of go deeper into it then. And it does work. It works really well. It's a really great way of doing it. And what I used to find was I used to just plan and decide what we were doing in all our classes, and I would write the plans and just give them to pretty much just Lisa at that point, and maybe one of the other girls, and I found that was fine, but I would often feel like, I don't know, I would feel like I would run out of ideas, or feeling like maybe it was harder for them to understand exactly what my vision was. And actually when we plan it as a group and then someone then makes it and brings it to life, it makes it feel like every teacher really knows what they're doing and is really invested in the project and really understands the kind of goal and vision behind it. And the other thing that we have learned over time is, so we do, like I was saying, we do projects for each half term. So our students book in for a half term, and then that's what they do at a time, and most of them have been doing it for a very long time and continue each half term. But we book per half term, and each half term has like a different theme or a different project. So our middle group, so our 8 to 11 year olds and our sort of 12 to 18 year olds, we have them sort of a couple of groups for those. They have like a project that will start at the very first session, and it will run through to the end of that half term. So anywhere between 5 and 7 weeks, depending on the term. and they have one project that they work on the whole time. So maybe it's like a painting, or maybe it's like a 3D model, but they work on that every single week until they complete their final piece. Whereas for our youngest students, we used to do that, and we found that their attention span, this is our like 5 to 7 year olds, we have a few 4-year-olds as well that have snuck in there, and we've just found that their attention span, they do struggle with working on the same stuff each time. So what we do now, and this is what I'm going to show you today, because that's going to be the class that I'll share, we have found that doing something every lesson, something different, is really, really helpful. So if they have like a separate project each week, but it's around the same theme. So for example, our project this half term is the 7 continents, and they are, each week they're learning about a new continent, and they're creating a piece of art inspired by that said continent. So today we're doing Africa, and we're doing like a safari scene and sunsets and stuff. Last week was Asia, and they did Mount Fuji combined with the Great Wave, and it was really lovely. But we have learned a lot along the way about how to work best with different age groups, and particularly the youngest ones. They need lots of different things. You can't just do like painting with them for an hour. It just wouldn't work. But if they have lots of different elements, it just works so much smoother. And for the last few terms, we've really noticed a difference when we have plenty of activities for them, plenty of different things, and I think they enjoy it more because they're learning about different things, and also they just love to learn about facts. They all know so much as well. They're little sponges, I feel like, of information. So that really does help breaking it down. But I'm going to show you today, I'll show you what the projects have been that we have been, what we've planned that are on our board, and then I'll show you a bit more in depth of one of those lessons and how we teach them, how we want to inspire them and make them excited about what we're doing, and just really encourage them to be super creative. So I'm going to show you that, but first I'm going to, I can't decide. I'm really tempted, Ollie, to get a donut.
Oh, really?
Next door, it's a Saturday. We haven't done this in a long time.
I get a donut.
Yeah, Ollie is 30 tomorrow. Let me show him. He's 30 tomorrow,
Whoa, that's so cool, that, yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
So
30 tomorrow, so maybe donuts all round
Birthday
today.
donuts.
Birthday donuts could be a vibe. So might go do that first, and then I will show you the board. And Bets is chilling out. I've got donuts. I got strawberry cheesecake for me and Ol, and then Grace, I got her a chocolate one. How is it? Is it everything you wanted and more? I haven't had a donut from them in
So
ages, absolutely ages. So very exciting day. I'll try mine too. You're right, Bets. Not for you though. You already had your dinner, breakfast even. So this is our board of all the different lessons that we've got going on. So our little Key Stage 1s. This is their around the world stuff, including this little one. This is Australia. And it's very cute. So they're each week, so that was what they did last week. They did the Mount Fuji one, which they loved, and then this week it's the safari one. And so yeah, we've broken them down, but as you can see, like everyone has lots of different elements to it. So for example, this one last week, they had to like rip up and collage paper, they had to do a watercolor mountain, they had to cut out a circle themselves, which obviously when they're little as well, it's all good for them to learn stuff. And I'm not talking to the wall. So rude. Then they had to like rip up their trees and glue them on, and then they used cotton buds or bubble wrap to do their blossom tree. So there's lots of different elements to it, which really helps. And then they had like a little information sheet, and we would do facts about the continent they were learning about. So we're trying to make sure there's lots of different things for them to do. So today they're going to learn how to do some patterns on watercolor, and then they'll have to collage them, and they've got stencils to decide what animals they want to go on their pictures. So and then they finish something every single week, which they really enjoy, and then they enjoy having something to come to that's new the next week.
Today, interesting. So this is a silhouette. Do you guys know what that might be? A silhouette?
Giraffe.
That is a giraffe.
Giraffe.
And that is a tree. So a silhouette is when You just see the shape of something.
continent, not thing.
That's okay. So we're going to start by drawing this bit first.
How?
Well, I'm going to give you some black paper. And you're going to draw a line where you want the line, where you want the
Another
lines to be.
Another one.
Line. So we've got like a rock in the foreground on ours. Yours could be bumpy. It could be flat. And then we're going to use stencils to do your animals. What animals do you think you might find in Africa?
Lion.
Lion.
Elephant.
Yeah. Anything else? Tigers.
Cobras.
Cobra. Oh, that's a good one.
Cheetahs.
What about one that's like a bit like a horse but stripy?
Zebra.
Down here, you wouldn't see the
cut
elephant.
it.
We're going to cut it for you. We just got to keep that in mind. So when you do your
These
elephant,
two
okay,
giraffes doesn't have a
the
tail.
feet need to be on the land.
These two giraffes' tails are broken.
Oh, that's okay. We
Oh,
will
no.
cut it off, not broken for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are the feet on the line, Maya? Yeah, excellent.
So they're doing their silhouettes first. They're starting with silhouettes. Drawing, that's lovely. And then we're going to cut them out before they create their backgrounds. But stencils are a game changer. These are great. So these guys are just finishing their silhouettes and then I'm going to cut them out for them. So what have we got? We've got a lion. What else are you going to have? A horse.
Yeah, but backstory.
Wow, very nice. So if you're finished, what? You're going to give it to me and I'm going to
Cut it out.
cut it out for you. Well done. To do this would be too sharp, so I'm going to cut it all out. I'll absolutely not be able to record myself doing it. This is a little camera because I'm explaining, I'm doing a video about your lessons and about
Interesting.
how much fun we have in lessons. Wouldn't you agree? Do you think lessons are fun? No, not fun at all. I feel like they constantly dig us out. Tasha got told that she always says the same thing. That's what she just got told in our previous lesson, don't you? Just violated. Hi.
We do our sky. So we've got a sunset sky. Would you guys like a sunset? Yeah? Because you're allowed to do different colours if you want to. You could do blue, do purple. We're going to use watercolours. So how do you use watercolours? Do you remember?
You have to get the water in and then
That's
That's
it.
it. Dip the brush in the water to wet them and then paint on your paper. Now you don't have to dip your brush in the water every time if you've already got the paint wet. If you want it to be nice and dark, you don't want loads of water. But basically, if your brush is making this noise, it's not wet enough. You don't want to hear your brush. There you go. And we're going to cover the whole page. And then we get to rip it up.
And you're going to do some patterns as well. So this is what they're creating. They're doing like a whole colour and then they're going to add some patterns on top, aren't you? Doesn't it look beautiful? And then you're going to rip it all up and you're going to collage it. Pardon?
When are we going to do it?
That's what you're going to do once you've done your silhouette.
Oh, so this is what we're doing.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right. I'm actually filming already.
Oh, you already felt it, sorry.
Yeah. I'm a really good Australian. Aren't I? Do you think I sound like I am from Australia? Do you think I sound like I'm from Australia?
I know. Well,
Oh.
A bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm quite good at an Australian accent. Can any of you do an Australian accent? I actually think it's quite a hard accent. I don't think I'm that good at it.
I can do it even though I'm half Australian.
Oh, do you think anyone here could do an accent that you could trick someone that you came from somewhere different, that you had a different accent? Maybe like an American accent. You could pretend. Do you think you could convince someone that you were American?
No. I built a Lego dog before.
You built a Lego dog before?
This
Just like that. The conversation can just...
I have a
Is it?
Lego
So
hotel, but I'm doing
coming
it
on.
right now.
Yeah, how's your painting coming on?
Good. Please tell me this is
What do you guys reckon to this project? You like it? Do you like learning about the different... I feel like actually you've taught us loads about the other continents.
Squirrel! Squirrels do not live in Africa! Yeah. Plastic.
So I think you each get
I think
10
that's
points for how well you do
holiday
your
to
silhouettes.
Africa.
What do you think?
I reckon. And can I get 10 points for how well I've done with cutting?
Should we give Jessie 10 points too?
I can speak speak Australian forever. We can get that. So they lived in lots and lots of cockatoos. Oh, there's cockatoo land. I've once gone up.
Wow, that works so well.
Once gone up.
And Kane's done similar, haven't you?
Yeah. And it was
So you can rip yours up now. Ready? That's the most fun bit.
interesting. Like, no. I think
Oh.
I need to do more. The ones that you get from the ones. Don't rip your painting. Like,
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
oh, painting.
Are you? What's your secret way of painting?
Look how I'm holding my brush. I'm holding it sideways instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
upwards. But also, I just like my paint to not be
Is it sideways?
too thick, because if I put too much paint on my brush, the bottom bit actually, if there's not a lot of water on it, then actually bottom's lighter and the top is darker.
That's true.
They're everywhere. But I'm not sure if
I love this black.
Everywhere.
This looks incredible. What a great sunset. You've blended it all into a gradient.
Just leave that. Take them in
They're
there. Leave them in the paper
everywhere.
and just
They're
he'll come and
everywhere.
get them.
So, whoa, you're ripping your work, but not too small, guys. Otherwise, it's going to take you hours to stick on. Bit bigger than that, I reckon. Playing guess everyone's favourite animal, aren't we?
But I want to watch the video from the
Can it climb a tree?
A frill-neck lizard. Oh yeah, then we learned that's your favourite one.
It can't climb a tree.
It can run.
It can't climb a
A
tree.
frill-neck lizard can run on 2 legs.
What country does it come from?
This one.
Well, it comes from this country.
A frill-neck lizard can run on 2 legs.
Wow. I'm learning so much.
So if you think that, maybe.
It can roll up into a ball.
Oh, is it a hedgehog? Oh, goodness. That is absolutely brilliant. Are you going to take it home?
Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic. How cool. I like your little speckles that are really good on it. Well done. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So I have just got home. I'm working from home this afternoon because there is birthday parties and things going on, and I just can never get stuff done when it's busy, and they don't need me in today for the afternoon. So I've got plenty of stuff that I need to crack on with. So I'm gonna have it's actually so hot. I'm like, I should have stayed in the shed, because the shed, at least we've got fans and like a little air conditioning unit, but it's hot. So I'm gonna try and keep cool and do my work. But I wanted to just like kind of, I guess, summarize and finish up from the lessons today. And hopefully you got, obviously we only showed you one class, but a bit more of an in-depth look at how we run our classes and the way we like to teach, and that the focus really is on them having a really good time and sparking their I guess curiosity and imagination, and them just feeling like they can just be confident in the way they do their art and really enjoy it. So there were some beautiful pieces of work, and I feel like I missed quite a lot of the stuff that we talked about, because I was actually quite busy cutting and sorting stuff. But yeah, we often play little games whilst they're doing it, chat along with them, just make it a really wholesome environment for them all to be part of, and then we enjoy it so much as well. So it's a real plus for both. But if you have any questions about the way we teach, I am on my podcast. I actually talk quite a bit about, I've just done an episode that's coming out in a couple of weeks that's about our like kind of teaching methods and how to be a great art teacher, because I do truly believe that the way that we are with the children that come to our classes is super important, and that we offer this safe space where they can just be themselves and really thrive and get to be so creative and just love art and love everything about it. So we definitely have, like, I have like a teacher handbook. I have lots of things in the way that we do stuff, lots of things that have gone into that, and I love what we do. We're so lucky to do it, and the kids are just the best. So I really hope you've enjoyed it. If there are any other questions or some more like deep diving into like how we plan lessons or how we structure classes or things like that, I'm always happy to do more. If you want to see another lesson a bit more in depth, always happy to do that too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.